to a guy with a mask? What's both to a guy with a plan? I just wanna kick it, that's all I ask. Like, let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain.
Smack dab in the middle of I-295 that encircles the city of Jacksonville in northeast Florida. There's a good look at TIAA Bank Field. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Tennessee Titans and the Jacksonville Jaguars. It's 3-0 versus 2-1, a good early season battle as we're underway in Week 4. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Smith catches left side. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
At the 27-yard line.
He'll have a first down past the 40. And finally brought down right at the midfield stripe. 23 yards the pickup there. Well, what made that toss out to the right so successful? Because it looked pretty easy.
A belief in the play. An absolute execution by all 11 on the offensive side of the ball. Everyone took care of their assignment. But the reason they did so, every time that play is called, they think it's going to go for big yardage. It's their staple play, and they love to run it.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And a good burst there right from the start as he'll get this one out near the 35. A gain of 13, it's a first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Now a handoff here to his running back, and he'll be taken down at the 34. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Over the middle to Smith. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 23. 11 yards there as they connect on the quick slant. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. The intended receiver there was Jonnu Smith, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Not the desired outcome, but probably won't be the last time we see him take a shot downfield.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long.
And it's 3rd down.
Now they're coming up on play number 8 of this opening drive, but they're looking at a 3rd and long. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 20. And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line. Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions. Can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going. That's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. 2nd and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through. And that's a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a 3rd down.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard.
Brings up 4th down and 1.
Now a field goal try coming up here for the Jags. This will be a 34-yard attempt. And his kick here is good. And the Jaguars grab a 3-0 lead. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
7 yards there and a 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
And a give this time to the tailback. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, that was not what you would call straight line pursuit for a middle linebacker to make this play. He's got to work his way through the clutter to get to the ball carrier on the outside, and he does exactly that. That's called avoiding the trash.
2nd and 12, operating from the 39. A throw over the middle, taken in. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48.
Christian Kirk. A gain of 9 brings up 3rd down.
And he'll give it here to his running back. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Brings up 4th down.
On 4th down, here's Brett Kern to punt the football away. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
With the score, Jaguars 3, Titans 0.
So on 4th down, the Titans will turn it over to their punter since 2009, and that's Brett Kern. The speedster Dante Pettis back deep to return. Fair catch called for and collected right at the 10-yard line. Yeah, call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And it'll be Jaguar football as they take over deep in their own territory. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up. But they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking. And I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get food here, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
Now back to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he will have a Jaguars first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4.
First and 10.
A pickup of 5 that time and a first down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving. They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Looking deep downfield. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Jaguars. A big play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip.
Jaguars 10, Titans 0.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first two drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn it into first downs and hopefully points.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now a handoff here to his running back. He'll only get a couple up to about the 30. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38.
I think I saw a lot of shoulders just drop there. And what I mean by that is they finally were able to relax a little bit because that was an important play call. They needed to pick up that first down at this stage of the game.
Yeah, couldn't afford another quick drive and out. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
And the Titans first down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's got room. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. The first red zone opportunity for the Titans. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. And to give this time to the tailback. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Sets him up nicely. 1st and goal. It was a pickup of 14. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will take this one in for a Titans touchdown. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Titans are able to make this a close game again. The extra point splits the uprights, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41.
At the 41.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
2nd and 8.
He'll look to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. So now a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. On play action, they'll throw. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A 2nd one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored one, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
With one complete. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. 4th down now as the Titans defense holds up in coverage.
Incomplete.
And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. He made his first attempt, this from 45. And his kick is good. Didn't hit it all that well, but he got enough on it to put it through. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And how about that for just running out the clock? And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. And he'll give it here to his running back. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach and our EA Sports halftime report. Takes this about 5 yards deep, and the half will begin with a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for enough. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. Not the way you envision things to start out the third quarter. One play and already a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about how at halftime, as a play caller, he wanted to make sure he got a new script going for the second half, not just the one that he operated off of to start the game. Nowhere on that script did it have that result.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now a handoff here to his running back. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. The 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. This is caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Titans are just an extra point away from moving out in front. Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And that will put them on top here in the 3rd. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Gonna give this time to the tailback. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield,
Their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw here. Now they go screen. It's complete. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9. Fourth down now as the Titans defense holds up in coverage.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
And the Jaguars send out their punter, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. Call it a gain of 5, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Now he lets it go deep for Kirk. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 47, and he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
A pass there over the middle to start things out, and he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a 1st down. Now a handoff looking right. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
A gain of just a yard, but it's a 1st down.
But that was a unit that understood exactly who the 1st down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
Now a handoff here to his running back. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
A 4-receiver look here. 3 out to the left, 1 to the right on 2nd and 8. Caught at the 7-yard line. And the Jags are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. He's up to 87 yards receiving now, and it's a 1st down. And a give this time to the tailback. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
At the 4-yard line. A gain of 3. Brings up second and
So it'll be second and goal when we return. We played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. On second and goal, they'll give it to him again. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
short of the goal.
For the lead, here's third and goal.
Brings up third and goal.
They'll try to run this one in. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And once again, the Jaguars are back out in front. So here we go now as the Jaguars will go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. That's caught. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more.
Jaguars 21.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And now after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. The Titans on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. Now they try the right side here. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35.
Jacobs brought him down.
Give him 2 yards on that play, and it'll result in a fresh set of downs. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Titans. A big play there. With touchdown number 3 in the game and 6 on the year. And the Titans are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back.
Check 13. Check 13.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 11 yards there, first down.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. Into the secondary again. And finally brought down at the 38. Called that a very strong game.
And partner, in a tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. A gain of 6 there on first.
Completion was given up, and that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the fourth quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
Now a handoff looking right. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And now he'll tuck it and run. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Right back to him on first down. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
And to give this time to the tailback. He's got a first down and more inside the 30.
Greatest show on earth, baby.
And did he get in? No. Down at the 1-yard line. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal. They'll try to run run this one in. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal.
Second and goal at the 2-yard line.
They'll try to run this one in. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. They'll try to run this one in, and he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
And I don't think there should be much of a discussion here, but you know how I am. You kick the football, you take the lead. How bold do you want to be in this situation, though?
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to almost certainly win the football game. And his kick is good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. So he's able to come through in a hostile environment, and you'd have to imagine that's the game winner.
Yeah, how about that? And the way that this game's gone, you think they really wanted to get to overtime and take their chances there? They wanted to get this thing done. When you're the visitor, you don't want to play into overtime. You want to knock it down, get it done, and go home.
Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. You're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for Tennessee, that early momentum continues here as they move to 4-0. And they'll have another road date next week with the Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And fortunately for them, they'll have the early bye next week as they return to action in Week 6. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.